office in this room.
What time are you leaving?
It doesn't matter to you, does it?
2 o'clock. She said 2.
That's why I did not repeat myself, because I don't like it when he doesn't listen. Okay, today we are going to move away from adding and subtracting, and we're going to take it just a little another step forward here and do multiplication and division. Okay? Shh, quiet. Okay, just like we talked about yesterday at the beginning of the lesson, if I have something that looks like 5 plus 4 equals 9, I could add a 3 over here as long as I add a 3 over here, right?
Yep.
Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So, same concept. I can have 7 times 2 equals 14, and I can say I want to multiply this times 2 again as long as I multiply times 2 over here. So, same concept as yesterday, we're just going to change the signs from addition and subtraction to multiplication and division. Okay? If I have 14 divided by 2 equals 7, okay? In order to, I could decide that I want to multiply this times 2, and I could decide that I want to multiply this times 2. Okay? So it does not matter, as long as whatever you choose to do to one side, you carry it over to the other. Can't get it together, you need to go to the hallway. Okay, so let's look at a problem. I might have a problem that looks like 14D equals 56, okay? And we talked yesterday about we've been talking the whole chapter 6, last chapter, that anytime I have that number next to that variable, what does that tell us we're doing?
Multiply.
Okay, so today I have to do the inverse. Since 14D means I'm multiplying 14 times whatever this number is, I'm trying to figure that number out. That's my whole purpose for doing that, so I can figure out what D is. If I'm multiplying by 14, I'm going to do the inverse, divide this side by 14, and divide this side by 14. Okay? If you will, stop for just a second. If I think about this fraction, 14D over 14, I can write that as 14 over 14 and D over 14. That means the same thing. I can separate that and it doesn't really change it. But what we're thinking about, this part here where I have 14 over 14, that would automatically cancel out. If I multiply something by 14 and then divide it by 14, I'm back to the same thing, right? If I add 7 to something and then I subtract 7 from something, I'm back to the same number. Okay? If I have 14 times something, I have to do the inverse and divide it by 14. It takes it back to 0. Okay? Whenever I do the inverse, it makes my numbers cancel out, so I'm left with just that variable of D. 56 divided by 14. Anybody know what that is? 4. If I don't know, I better come out to the side and I better take 56 divided by 14. Okay? It goes in there 4 times evenly, giving me 56. Okay? So, another example might be B divided by 7 equals 42. Okay? This is a division problem. You're going to see division primarily written like this. Jimmy, sit down. Okay? If I'm dividing by 7, what do you think I need to do?
Multiply.
Multiply by 7. This 7 cancels with this 7. If I multiply by 7 over here, what do you think I'm going to do over here? It was division originally, so I have to do the inverse and multiply. If I multiply by 7 on this side, I have to multiply by 7 on this side. I'm left with just my variable of b equals 42 times 7.
294.
B equals 294. With me, Dylan? Jeffrey, you with me? All right. What if I have something that looks like this? Do it on your board. Y divided by 9 equals 12. Try again. You just multiplied wrong, honey. Okay. If I'm dividing by 9, I have to do the inverse and multiply by 9 on the left. If I multiply by 9 on the left, I have to multiply by 9 on the right. I'm left with y equals 12 times 9. That's a basic math fact for us. 12 times 9 is 108. Okay? Pretty easy, right? For some. One more. This is your ticket to your homework.
That was fast.
But I'm going to give you time to do it in class, so no, you should not have homework. Boards up, you might put it down and get started. This is multiplication. If I'm multiplying, I have to do the inverse and Hannah. This is multiplication, so I have to do the inverse and
Doing all the questions?
evens. Yep. Okay, if I have okayed your board, you need to go ahead and do this so that you do not have a homework assignment this weekend. Jimmy, do I need to take away and throw it away? Do you want me to? Then go throw it away.
Okay, easy, Mom.